Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Xinfin, aka XDC. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So overall, the indices opened today, and they opened fairly green, which is good to say the least, and we do see Bitcoin still ranging around the 38k mark. I am awaiting 40 to 44k to be retested. I have been mentioning this even in my last couple videos from today, but specifically when we are talking about a lot of our altcoin holdings, we are keeping a close eye out on XDC. I'm actually a holder of, XSwap protocol as well, XSP, that is built on the Xinfin network. I know a lot of people have a little bit of some concern around the project, if it is a scam or not. I just don't see it as a scam, but that's, of course, my opinion. I would definitely do, I would do more research on it if you are interested in getting it. But overall, I think it is a solid, decentralized exchange, and I think that they're doing some pretty cool stuff. But of course, this is XDC that we're talking about, not XSP. In terms of XDC, we're seeing some volume down 2.50%, sitting at about $8.2 million in volume. The amount of volume that's on XDC is laughable. We definitely do need more markets in terms of exchange listings. Wait until there's a top tier exchange. I know that we have Gate.io and KuCoin and stuff, but wait until this is listed on Binance, Coinbase, something like that, where a lot of individuals can jump in on XDC. Not a lot of people actually know what Xinfin's even doing. Those who are actually listening to this video, those who are actually invested into Xinfin, those who know about Xinfin, you guys are truly, individuals who are extremely early into something like Xinfin. I always compare this to XRP because, we know XRP had a market cap of $50 billion, for an example, right? I believe that this is an easy $2 to $4 coin, right? 30x to 60x. And this is bare minimum prices, by the way. This is a $49 billion market cap and a $24.5 billion market cap. Just know that if we're going back to XRP, right? XRP in 2017 and 2018 was trading at 22 cents. It was trading at 22 cents at a $10.5 billion market cap. Right now, Xinfin is trading at an $800 million market cap, sorry. And this actually ran to $3.84 on some exchanges, if you guys do the math, which was a $183.3 billion market cap. Okay, if we go to XDC, and say for so it ran to that same exact market cap, it would be a 227x. We'd be sitting at $14.98. The funny thing about this is that I could actually see this doing this. I could actually see XDC going parabolic like this. Of course, when we are talking about XRP going from 22 cents to $3.84, right? That is a little bit different. I understand that, and I totally get where everybody's coming from probably right now, thinking, what are you talking about? That's only a 17.45x. Okay, well, if it's a 17.45x, and we did that same exact move, we would be at about $1.15, which is bare minimum in my opinion, because at $1.15, our market cap's $14.1 billion, which is nothing. Okay, I see XDC as an easy top 25, at least altcoin. In the top 25, we would be worth 49 cents. At current prices, you got to understand that these are current prices, not the prices where a lot of these altcoins were already at in terms of their all-time highs or before the drop in price. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to think, dude, this is easy a top 10. I also agree. That's why I say, when we're talking about realistic price targets, when Bitcoin starts to go off again, I'm looking at about a $2 to $4 XDC. I just see that because when I understand trade finance, I understand that Xinfin is really kind of focused on that area of expertise. They are really kind of building out solid overall use cases for a lot of these major players in the banking scene, the financial institutional scene, and overall, when we're talking about XDC, it's probably one of the most undervalued altcoins in the space. I talk about Casper a lot, I talk about HBAR a lot, I talk about XRP, QNT, even XLM sometimes. But XDC is one that I continuously talk about because we aren't on major exchanges. So we can't technically go off of our market cap alone and trying to come up with a figure on, for example, XRP, right? When we're talking about a lot of these altcoins at their all-time highs, they're severely higher up in terms of their market cap potential. So first off, let's address real quick the price charts, and then we'll talk some more about trade finance and where I do really see the value for XDC. So first off, when we're talking about XDC's Bitcoin price chart, we tested solid support. Like, this is, in my opinion, solid support going all the way back to, the June timeframe. RSI wasn't that bad here at all. The RSI, though, on the USD, I want to say it was the USD chart. Yeah, so it was the USD chart on Bitfinex. This tested some nice solid lows. In fact, it tested the demand zone going as far back as that June 27th low candle, which was the candle that really kind of started to fire for us to go all the way up to about 12.5 cents, come down, retest about 6, almost 7 cents, and then we went to that nice 20-cent figure almost. Again, this 20-cent figure is fairly reasonable to account in because guess what? We were at 20 cents. XRP was at 22 cents before it ran to $3.84. What if we do, a 14x from the 20 centile mark, right? Or 17x from the 20 centile mark. That would be something to really kind of look into because that would pretty much bring us to almost our $4 mark. Now, at our current level, I think that we're severely undervalued and we are in my demand zone. This is the demand zone that I pretty much drew on the chart a while back when we were pretty much around this point here. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we came down and retested about the 6.5 cent to about 4.5 centile zone. We came down, tested those nice supports. This is a nice demand zone going back to the summertime. RSI was severely oversold. The most oversold RSI that we've seen since going back to like December of 2020, by the way. So, overall, when we're talking about how oversold XDC was, it was pretty strong. So, and right now, I'm really kind of awaiting us to get some more strength on the RSI before we do kind of say, all right, well, the reversal is confirmed. I don't think that the reversal is confirmed just yet. I am really kind of watching I'm watching Bitcoin closely and the indices as we do kind of march into this weekend as well as Monday. As we do know, Monday is the monthly candle close for crypto. So that's why I'm awaiting. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about some things. So first off, yes, the DNI Initiative. If you're an XDC holder or a crypto or blockchain enthusiast, you may want to revisit it. And then what a toll, I really cannot pronounce his name, but he is the CEO or the founder, I should say, of Xinfin. But they are talking about tokenizing the digital payment obligations. The Xinfin network brings the needed institutional and retail liquidity that SMEs depend on. We will demonstrate this soon, which is why we recently joined the ITFA and the DNI Initiative. Funny thing about this is, from the ITFA, check this out, right? So first off, the DNI Initiative has established the most specialized community of technology firms, financial institutions, corporates, and additional stakeholders committed to digitize trade documents and negotiable instruments as per UNCITRAL MLETR compatible laws. And of course, when we're talking about all of these quotes here, we do see the DNI Initiative has demonstrated how existing technologies facilitate the rollout of MLETR compatible laws. Over the last 2 years, both Finastra and China Systems extensively shared their ambition in that space and provided strategic proof points through the integration of Anigio's DDoC compliant technology. And of course, we know that Andre Kasserman, who is working closely with Xinfin, he's talking here about digital trade instruments and really kind of helping corporates and trade digitization platforms discover the benefits of that scene. It's just great to see this because it all kind of aligns exactly with what we were talking about. And of course, here's XDC being mentioned here. So and these are the 12 institutes to really kind of help with this. And of course, look at the other names there. Those are some fairly high grade names. And you can pretty much see all of the quotes here talking about digitization, tokenization of this market. It's going to be extremely impactful when we're talking about Xinfin being utilized for this. I do think that Xinfin is going to be utilized at mass scale for a lot of the use cases within the trade finance area. I think that it is a market that we could easily disrupt. I've always told you guys I'm focused on it because it is such a massive market. I mean, it's a $15 trillion to $19 trillion market. And of course, you could really kind of see the ITFA Digital Negotiable Instruments, DNI Initiative. This is actually focused on DLTs. And also, of course, they're talking about SWIFT here, Finastra again. Finastra is getting mentioned multiple times here. But of course, we know that, again, XDC is really kind of being the one that's really kind of being talked about in terms of a DLT, in my opinion, of course. But they are talking about SME finance. The fragility of supply chains, SME finance, and the world trade has never been more exposed, which is why an association, or as an association, we continue to foster improved market practices and regulatory developments. And again, we see quotes here talking about this new technology, new financial technology companies and stuff like that. So I just think that when we're talking about digitization, like, that's the main focus point here. And we even see here, the aim of the DNI initiative is to fully digitize bills of exchange and promissory notes. In order to achieve this, we identified the need to combine advanced document technology with electronic signatures and distributed ledger technologies, aka DLTs, whilst developing the appropriate, contractual schemes and, where needed, lobby to change the law. So, and again, there's, I mean, it's just comical to say the least, but Andre Casterman, who is a huge name behind XDC. I mean, first off, I've talked to you guys about Andre Casterman before, and I do think that he's a huge puzzle piece to really kind of connect the dots to a lot of these main companies, because he is in support fully of the Xinfin network. He understands the technology behind it. He understands everything around it. And, he's even saying here, the solution referred to as an electronic payment undertaking EPU is an important step towards achieving full applicability of the 1882 Bill of Exchange Act. He's talking about, the technology sets up integrations or integrates easily within existing processes, front to back office systems, China systems, Finastra, and channels, aka SWIFT. So when we're talking about all of this, it's talking about digitization of this entire scene. This is all talking about trade finance. And like I said, Xinfin has their foot in the water. Okay, they're already there. They're practically swimming, at this point. And I just want you all to understand that when we're talking about Xinfin at current levels, like, that's why I say, a $2 to $4 Xinfin, to me, that's great. That's a 30 to 60x. To a lot of people, that's great. That's incredible. But to me, it's such bare minimum prices. Like, that is nothing compared to where we really will be in, time. Okay? I've always said, like, even at $500 billion, okay? $500 billion in market cap value, we'd be worth about $40.86, a 621x. Do you honestly think that that is achievable? I want to ask you guys, and I want you all to comment down below. Do you honestly think that a $500 billion XDC, aka $40.86, is achievable? In my opinion, I think that that is easily achievable. Even if we had Bitcoin's market cap, we're talking about like 893x. We're disrupting a $15 to $19 trillion market. And that's not even, and that's just like one major market that we're actually a part of. There's so much more to Xinfin if you look behind the scenes. But I think that these prices, when we're talking about how big Xinfin will be, like, everybody always talks about, XRP and this and that, like all the other ISO 222 tokens, but then they ignore XDC for the bridges that it's already built and for how big this actually is as a network. Like, XDC is going to unlock massive amounts of value. And that is why the value of XDC, in my opinion, is going to skyrocket to some figures where a lot of people actually didn't even realize is possible. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.